Hello there, I'm Helen Sattler, your Destiny Helper, coming to you once again on this fine, wonderful evening in the great metropolis of Washington State, the great Seattle, where there are beautiful and lovely places to explore. So if you ever come to Washington State, Seattle is definitely one of the malls of Washington. I want to come to you once again, thanking you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Keep subscribing. When you look at these videos, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And I want to appreciate those. The comments are awesome. The emails are awesome. And I appreciate you for telling me how the videos are really helping you and helping you to through some very challenging times. And as usual, I get a whole host of emails saying, can you deal with this? One of the subjects that we're going to deal with on this evening is that of shame. Many people dealing with shame. How do I handle shame? I feel shame all the time, and I don't know what I'm doing. I try to do everything right, and I'm still doing wrong. But he makes me feel so ashamed. Some of you said that you have no reason to live. You want to die. Well, I want to come to you on this evening to tell you all the reasons you should survive, because it's one of the things that the narcissist use to manipulate, because the narcissist is very good at stripping you of your character and your authenticity. Whatever you are when you came to him, you will be less of that the longer you stay with him, and you don't learn how to safeguard your emotion, how to safeguard your mind, how to safeguard your belief system, because what he destroys is your confidence in him, yourself or anybody else. Narcissists want you strictly to care about them, to service them. So the narcissist manipulates you to shame. And sometimes you feel shame because the narcissist keep telling you that you should be ashamed of yourself doing this, doing that, or you don't ever do anything right, and you don't ever say anything right. I give you my love, I give you my care. How dare you do me like this? You should be ashamed of yourself. You are the reason I keep leaving. You are the reason why I'm cheating. You're the reason, and I don't want to cheat. I love you. I want to give you my life, but you destroy me with the things you're doing, and you're sitting there like, I am serving you so until there's nothing I won't do for you, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. A lot of times you're not doing anything wrong, but that's the narcissist. The narcissist want to make sure that you are accused. He gaslight you. Everything is your fault. He confuses you, word salad you. And when you talk, he never hit the point. He keeps on and keeps on. And then when you think you resolved an issue and you talked about it for 3 hours, he goes back to the beginning and he turns everything. You want to talk about the finances, he end up talking about how you hurt him, how you don't listen to him, and why you keep bringing him into a meeting, but you never deal with the issues. And then you should be ashamed. And then now you feel shame that you're discussing the issue. He make you feel shame because he tells you that you're attacking him, and you're not attacking him. You want to get a budget. You want to stick to what is going to make the family grow, what's going to take care of the family. And he wants you to feel shame. He actually wants you to discredit yourself for challenging him. And see, when you love the narcissist spend a lot of time winning you over. And most narcissists that know who they are know that their love bombing is different from anything else. And they know that once they love bomb you, it's a trap. It's an addictive trap, and you can't get out of it. You never done this with anybody else. You never gave yourself like this to anybody else. You was always, when it wasn't right, able to walk away, and you're wondering why this time I can't walk away, why this time I'm stuck, why this time, because a narcissist is different. NPD is something to deal with all of the traits, and you got to remember, being with a narcissist affects your physiological, not only your psychological, but it affects the brain. It's an addiction to the brain. It's like being on crack cocaine. You cannot do without them. They stir up your hormonal system. They stir up your heart rate. They stir up your mind, the different frequency that's in your mind that make you function like you function. All of that is off. All of that is misaligned. And so once they misalign that, they sin in confusion, because confusion aids the shame, because you're so confused you can't figure out what you're doing. And after a while you start blaming yourself. And the reason they use shame, because shame goes to blame. You're going to blame yourself for everything. Now once you start blaming yourself, they strengthen the shame, because the shame make you want to stay there to do it right. The shame make you want to prove yourself. The shame make you listen that maybe it is me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but you can't figure out anything. You don't went through the corridors of your mind. You don't went through all of your action. You wash clothes, you clean, and I mean after working a job, you take care of the house, and when he needs money, you still give him money. He has his own job or he has his own money, and you still give him money. Whatever it takes, you do that to make sure everything works, and it doesn't work. Shame is when you belittle yourself, you decharacterize yourself, you minimize yourself. It always minimizes, it always deducts, it always subtracts. So you do all of those things on a daily basis to your character, and after a while, you lose yourself. You have no idea who you are. And then you lose your pattern of life. Your pattern of life is your structure, because you're so confused. You don't get up at the same time. You don't do the same thing. So he comes home and there may not be stuff done. There may not be dinner done, the house clean. Or if the house is clean and dinner done, you attending the kids and the kids are crying. And you are doing all of these things with a state of confusion and a state of shame. And one thing shame does is start to take away your energy, where you don't have the energy that you used to have. And when you don't have energy, you don't have fuel. He needs fuel. So you get attacked for not having energy, and you're called lazy, when the narcissist is the reason you don't have energy, because you fought all night, you talked all night. And the one thing a narcissist will do is keep you up. He will keep you up, because when he do that shame, blame game, what happens is you stay up and you're tired. And if you stay up for days on end, you start to become dysfunctional. Then you become non-functional. Then he launches a major attack. That's when you get discarded without any warning, any concern. You just get discarded. He leaves everything. He don't care. He goes to new supply. He goes to new supply, and just when you think he thinks he's going to get you back the way you were, because you're going to strengthen yourself, you're going to build yourself, he comes back to do what? To tear you down again. But usually when the narcissist lace you with shame, it changed the way you look. You start feeling hopelessness with shame. You start feeling that you can't do anything right. You start looking at what everybody else is doing, and they do things right and you don't. And you start looking at the narcissist. Maybe the narcissist is right. Maybe I need to reconsider. Death seems better than life when you're dealing with shame. Many of you got half the pills in your hands. You looked at the pills and you put the pills down because you thought of the children. You heard the child's voice. You came back to yourself, and then you don't dress, you don't hardly do your hair, showering. You just, the narcissist is fussing because he decharacterizing you. He's minimizing you. He's taking away who you really are. And this take away your energy. Shame deduces you. It strips you of your core. You may be a very intellectual, astute woman, very skilled in your profession, and now you are just there in confusion. You're there in blame, and you feel so ashamed. And they will remind you, you used to be an accountant, you used to be a nurse, you used to be this. And so they tell you all the things that you used to be. And what do you have? Shame. And shame can go to different depths. I mean, you start off with this level of shame, and it gets deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper until you can't see your way through. It's like going through a forest with nothing but your hands. Everything looks the same, everything seems the same, and everything is hard work. You get up day by day. It's hard work. to get up. It's hard work to get out of the bed. It's hard work to cook for the children. It's hard work to bathe because you're de-energizing. You are being diluted, and you are now starting to believe those things that he says that has you in shame. You're starting to believe it has to be me. It has to be me. And he looks so perfect. He looks so unspotted, untainted, and he goes out. Even you excuse him going out because you believe that it's you. Because the narcissist tell you over and over and over and over again, he have isolated you from your friends. He have isolated you from your mom. And then a lot of times the narcissist will even have you to quit his job, quit your job. And some narcissists will take care of the house. They will take care of all the bills. They will even give you money, what they think, to pay for the food, to pay for different things. But they're never going to give you overage because you have to be controlled. So it may not be enough for the food, and you may have to go and ask again, and then he fuss at you because now all you want me for is my money. Yeah, I knew you was a gold digger, and you're trying to tell them, no, I need the money for the children, I need the money for this. And he started blaming you because he said all you want is his money. That is the only reason you are with him, is for his money. But he don't give you enough money. You wear the same clothes, you get to the point you're wearing the same shoes, and they are dilapidated. I mean, they are just old, worn. But shame won't let you ask for it because he made you feel bad. Shame will make you agree with something that is not yours. Shame will. Shame. You feel shame, just so ashamed. You cry all the time. Your eyes are puffy all the time. Your stomach is on fire. And sometimes you feel nauseated all day. You're forgetting to eat. You're forgetting to drink water. Sometimes you feed the kids and you may miss a meal with the kids. Shame. Shame has you in regret. Shame make you feel unwanted. Shame make you feel that you're not valued. Shame. Shame make death looks good. Shame. Shame will. You away from all of your friends. You can't call them. You don't call them. Now you won't call them because it has been so long since you talked to them, and you really need to talk to someone. There's no one to talk to, so you find yourself talking to yourself. Shame. Before you destroy who you really are, you can come out of shame. You can come out. And what you have to do, you have to break the cycle. Read. If you read, it gets in the mind. You may need therapy. If you need therapy and you can get a therapy, I will recommend to anybody to get a good therapist, and a therapist who's very astute with narcissism. Not just a therapist, but a therapist who knows what you're going through, a therapist who can cater to you. And then you have to change your mind. Nothing change your mind like reading. Because you think you can't get strength in reading. You can, even though you feel like you're there by yourself. You don't have anyone to talk to. You don't have anyone to lean on. Shame will keep you there. The only way you break shame is to start rising up against it. And it's work. It's work. If you're willing to work, you can get over it and you can get beyond it. Because shame blames, but it blames you. And it releases everybody else. Even though you can see where they're at fault, shame will have you to dismiss their fault and look at your fault. And then you'll start looking like, it's me. It's me. I'm the reason everything is going wrong. I'm the reason he's not happy. No, the narcissist is the reason he's not happy. And he will never change. He will be right there. Very few times do you ever get a testimony. Now, narcissists, I don't believe that there is a medical change. I don't. But I am a person who believes that God can do all things if they want it. Most narcissists don't want it, so they don't want change. You're going to have the same thing. It's repetitive over and over, and the longer you stay, the more you get it. The longer you stay, the more you change. The longer you stay, the more you're going to lose yourself. You're going to lose who you really are. You're going to lose yourself in shame. You will never register where you really are because of shame. Shame will strip you and make you go out, and you're constantly pulling on your clothes and tugging with your hair because you're beautiful, but you never feel beautiful. Shame will take your children, have your children hidden because you think you're doing something wrong with it to them. Shame will just cause you to hoard. Some of you are hoarders. You building, 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 keeping things. You do not need to keep things to prove yourself to the narcissist. Anything, he's going to be angry at all of the hoarding. So shame occurs in every area of your life, and it's a manipulative tool of the narcissist because shame de-energizes you. It'll make you where you can't move, you don't want to move, you don't want to fix yourself up, you don't want to cook, you don't want to cleanse. And the narcissist is constantly doing things, constantly bringing it on, constantly reminding you of the shame. And sometimes the narcissist is bold enough to bring all his special activity in your face. And because of shame, you don't feel like you can get anyone, you feel like you have to take it. And so you take it. Shame would do that. Shame will release that into your life and say that this is what you deserve. You don't deserve better. Don't comb your hair. Don't do this. Shame does that. But I want you to know that you don't have to live in shame. You can live in power. I want you to write me at Destiny Helper 12S. Destiny Helper 12S at gmail.com. And let's talk. Let's talk. Let me show you how that can happen. Let's get you stronger. Shame is a lie. You don't ever have to be ashamed. The narcissist lies. He used manipulative tactics to keep you embedded in shame because he wants to de-energize you for yourself but maximize the energy for him. He wants you to feel like you can't do anything without him. You can't go anywhere without him. Shame. Shame will make you hide yourself. You've been hiding yourself, hiding your hands. Shame will. You're ashamed because you don't think that people will ever receive you in the state that you used to be and how you used to be. Outgoing. You're not outgoing anymore. And how you wanted change. Now is the time for you to do something about it. You don't have to be ashamed. You can get your energy back. You can get your life back. You can get your character back. And you can get everything you want back that you've lost. But there is a process. Why don't you write me? DestinyHelper12S at gmail.com. And remember, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And you don't have to be ashamed of absolutely nothing. I'm Helen Sattler, your Destiny Helper. I'll see you on the next video.